Hi, it's Andy and welcome to part 2 of Sultans of Swing. Here we're going to study the next 4 lines, or I could call this verse 2. And here we go. So when he says, well, now you step inside and you don't see too many faces, you hear this solo. Okay, let's learn that. Here we go. I'm going to show you a close-up. We played this particular chord before in another solo. It's going to be fret 11 on the 4th string and fret 10 on the B string. So it's a string skip. And the way I'm plucking that is I'm using my thumb and my first finger, and I'm kind of doing a pinch like this. Okay, now before the solo really gets started, he's just kind of playing those 2 notes back and forth real softly like this. Maybe twice. And then the solo really comes in loud and he plays this. Let's learn that. Okay, so you're going to play the chord that we've just talked about. Fret 10, fret 11, play the notes together. Then we're going to need to get the 3rd finger in there. It's going to play the 11th fret on the 2nd string like this. So I'll call that a double 11. Then take that finger away and you go back to the original chord. Okay, so that sounds like this. Okay, now let's move on. Keep those fingers there and just simply slide it 2 frets down. That lands you on 8 and 9. Then slide 2 frets down again. That lands you on 6 and 7. There we go. There's the solo. Okay, so start just very softly and then come in loud. There it is. Now let's practice the next solo. It sounds like this. Let's work on that. He's going to start on the 10th fret like this. I recommend using your 2nd finger for that note. 10th fret, string 1. And you're going to pull off to the 9th fret like this. There's your first move, 10, 9. It's wise to put both fingers on like this so that they're both ready. Then when you play the 10th fret, you simply take it away and reveal that 9th fret note that's been there the whole time. So after that pull off, the next move is to play fret 10 on string number 2, like that. And then we're going to go to the 9th fret on string 3. So we're traveling across the strings. That's what we have so far. Okay, then the next move is to do the same fingering but in a different place on the fretboard. Okay, this is 7th fret on string 3, pull off to the 6th fret. It's very similar to the move that we've just done. So position fret 7 and fret 6 like this, finger 1, finger 2. And then when you're ready, play fret 7, pull off, and you'll reveal fret 6 that's been there the whole time. Then play 7th fret on string 4. Okay, that was the exact same fingering we played here. He plays it again over here. So he's copying himself at the octave right there. Okay, and then, surprise, you're going to go to the 5th fret on string 4. That note doesn't follow the previous pattern at all. And then once you've played 5th fret on string 4, you're going to slide to the 3rd fret, and that's your final note of this section. Okay, so to put it all together, you have this. Played fast, it sounds like this. Okay, keep in mind that as I show you these moves on the camera, I hold all these other fingers out of the way so that the camera can see what I'm doing. Normally I would hold my fingers over the strings like this. Okay, but obviously you can't really see what I'm doing, and so what I do when I film these lessons is I hold these fingers out of the way like this so that you can see. Okay, but I would never normally play with my fingers so far away from the strings like that. It's just as an example. Normally they would be here. Okay, so that whole solo sounds like this. Okay, then the next move is one we've already rehearsed. Okay, let's work on that. So I think he's going to add in one more additional string here, so I'm going to show you that. What I'm doing is I'm taking my first finger and I'm playing a bar, and my bar is across the 5th fret like this. And I'm covering the 4th string and the 3rd string and the 2nd string, and those are the strings I'm going to pluck with my fingers. I'm using my thumb on the 4th string, and my index finger on the 3rd string, and my middle finger on the 2nd string, and I'm kind of pinching the strings like this. Now once you hit it, you have to let your finger go so that the music stops. I'll show a close-up on that. That way it sounds choppy. Okay, now the next thing he's going to do is he's going to hold that bar, but he's going to add in a couple more fingers. So keep your bar there. Add in 6th fret on string 2. So that's going to be played with the middle finger. That's your 2nd finger. Then you've got to really reach over there and play 7th fret on the 4th string. Real important that you get that finger on the fingertip. Play those notes twice. Then go back to the bar. Then simply take your bar down 2 frets and bar the 3rd fret. Okay, so if I play that whole section there, it sounds like. That's it. Okay, and then the final solo in this part sounds like this. Let's learn that. Okay, so it's a bar across the 10th fret where you bar 3 strings. You're barring string 1 and string 2 and string 3. Now normally I'd play a bar with my first finger, but in this case I'm going to bar it with my 3rd finger. And I'm hitting all 3 of those notes at once. And then you're going to play a chord which is a half bar or a semi-bar. You're going to bar the 8th fret across 2 strings like this. You're going to cover string 1 and string 2 at the same time with a flattened out finger. So that's a double 8 right there. Then add one additional note, 9th fret on string 3 like this. Okay, now you see why I was barring with my 3rd finger, so that these 2 different chords can be played with different fingers. If that's new to you, you might just practice that for a bit. Okay, then the next move after that is that same 10th fret bar we just played, except this time I'm not playing all 3 notes. This time I'm only going to play 2 of the notes. I'm only going to play the 2nd string and the 3rd string. I'm not going to play the 1st string, so my picking that is now changed. I'm only playing the 2nd string and the 3rd string. Okay, so all together that move sounds like. Okay, put a little vibrato on that last note. Just shake your whole guitar. There you go. Okay, then the next move is to go down to the 3rd fret and play a bar chord. And you're going to bar the 4th string, and the 3rd string, and the 2nd string. Play all 3 notes at once. Then keep that bar and add the pinky finger in there. Play 6th fret on string 2. Like that. So you have this. Okay, then the next move is to go back to the 3rd fret bar that you're already holding. And what you're going to do is you're going to pluck the 4th string by itself like this. Then you're going to pluck the 2nd string and the 3rd string together. So you're going to separate the chord into 2 parts. Like that. And then you slide to the 5th fret. Okay, so all together we have this. Okay, and then he sings Way On Down South, and you do this move again. It's a repeat of the same move you just played. Okay, so when you play that whole solo, it sounds like this. Little vibrato on that last chord. There you go. There's the 2nd verse.